I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I gotta get. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, let's show it off. You know what? Throwing this belt. You know what? Grabbing this. I know it's a wrestling channel and it's a wrestling kind of show I try to put together, but like, you know, I can't. That's my belly. I'm just showing you my belly. But you know, come on, G-men. Come on, G-men. Like, come on. You're killing. I just turned my. Okay, I thought I turned the mic off. Come on, G-men. All right, I'm still going to rep this belt today. I got my helmet here. Whoa, I just hit my helmet on top of there. Probably put another scratch in it. Hang on, I'm trying to get around. Let's see. I didn't put a scratch in. Okay. You know, got that. Representing still. G-Men, baby. I'm showing my head, but, you know, it ain't meant to wear like that. So, hang on a second. Lucy's looking like she wants to jump up there. You ain't jumping up on there, Lucy. Oh. All right. I'm going to get back to wrestling here. G-Men, kill me. Yep, see, she likes the helmet. She's going to try to knock it down. Lucy is going to try to knock down my helmet. And all you haters out there are going to be like, go do it, Lucy, knock it down. Don't you dare, Lucy. If I hear it hit the ground, next thing is going to be, you're all going to see a cat beaten. I don't want to hurt her. I'll beat her. No, I'm joking. I ain't beating the cat. All right. What's up, guys? It's been a couple days. Thought I'd throw this video together because I was... And while I didn't see the pay-per-view, I know it was a crazy pay-per-view. The Dream... Wrestle Dream, I think it was they called it. I thought I would talk today about kind of groups, okay? There's one thing that they're doing right now. AEW is pushing hard. They seem to be going with this Jon Moxley group. They are heavily going towards an invasion storyline. It's not quite an invasion storyline because they're not, you know, Jon Moxley obviously is signed to AEW. There's not coming out like it's an outside group coming in, but they seem to be saying pretty much, you know, they're kind of making it sound like, you know, Jon Moxley is pretty much saying that he is against what AEW is doing and he's creating this new group and they're going to go from there. They're basically holding the title hostage right now. Okay, so this is not new in wrestling. Obviously, we've had groups before. I mean, obviously, the two big groups that come into mind is the NWO with WCW and the DX with WWE/WWF at the time. Now, I've always said that was the attitude era. I was a huge fan of the groups at the time. You had, I mean, there was other groups, obviously. There was the, you know, obviously the big one, NWO, WCW. I had the NWO. DX was WWE. Then you had Nation of Domination in the WWE, and there was other smaller groups. It wasn't, you know, nothing new for that. And of course, there's a legendary throw 'em up for Horsemen. And they really started that. And I mean, Ric Flair and those guys, Arn Anderson, you know, they started that, the whole group thing, and really kind of ran the show with that. But they are doing AEW. This is, you know, again, the last, you know, with what they did, and what they did similarly over, you know, in Collision and then what they've done, bringing a pretty violent part to it. And Moxley has always been kind of that guy. He's always said that, you know, he should have more violence in wrestling, which, I mean, I get it. It's wrestling, so I'm not completely against that. I mean, I'm, you know, I ain't going to say my age, but, you know, I'm old enough to kind of know what, obviously, the difference and know this is a choreographed in some ways. I mean, not fake, but choreographed, and they're not actually trying to kill each other. But when you put a bag over someone's head and you're doing that kind of act, Yeah, it's pretty violent. But it should be interesting. It makes me more interested in watching AEW to see what they go with it. But again, that's like the big storyline. And the one thing that's in there, they're the elite. Matt Jackson. I forget the other guy's name. Nick. I think Nick Jackson. But the VPs of AEW, the elite, didn't get involved on Dynamite on Wednesday night, and so they're kind of playing this thing where they're the Moxley's going out the group, but the Jacksons are playing kind of playing scared. One thing I've said, and I still cannot stand that they are still the champions, tag champions. That's annoying. They barely. I mean, they had a great match with Private Club there, and they still are. They've held it, but they don't fight. They don't wrestle. They don't put the titles on the line, and I don't know. I can't stand them. I think they're just way. I think they think they're like the greatest thing since Vince McMahon, and that they should be given all kinds of credit. Sorry guys, you're not going to get that credit from me. Don't get me wrong. You've done. I know you've had a long career. You've done stuff in the independents. You've built that name for yourself. You helped bring AEW with Cody Rhodes. You did a lot in that, but don't act like you are better than some wrestlers who I think you think you're better than, and you're just not. So that's my opinion. Might get some hate for that. I really don't care. But going back to the groups, this group that Moxley has should be interesting. I do like it's more on the rougher edge. I do like that's more adult. I do like that they're, it's the violence is there. They're not kind of making this a kiddie. It's definitely more on the violent age, and we'll see. But this is interesting. I like that they're going on this invasion takeover storyline. We'll see how well it's done. Last night they just had him kind of show up in the ring and start beating people up. Then they had him beat him up in the parking lot to spit up. I like that. I like that they're doing that. I like that people came out and kind of, because I've always said the one thing that's always annoyed me about groups is that whenever there's a group in wrestling, they go out to the ring, especially if they're going after, like they're going against the company, is that they sit there and they say stuff in the company ring but no one does anything. No one goes out and attacks them. No one, fights them. No one confronts them. They're able to do that. So I've always thought if you're going to have a group that's going to go against the main, I don't know, the owner of the company, you should have them be, it should be a legit, or not legit, but it shouldn't be something they're allowed to talk in the ring. If you're going to try to keep this reality, if you're going to try to make this believable or make it seem like, there's something more, yeah, he should absolutely, when they go out to the ring, you should be wanting to fight them. They should not be able to stand in your ring and talk. And to kind of see this, the AEW is going that way with this and kind of creating the storyline that when these guys are around, they're beating up the talent and then other talent's coming out, even if they maybe don't like that talent that's getting beat up, they're coming out to fight for the company. I like that. So we'll see how far it goes. I think it's good. I think it's a good change for AEW. I think it does makes me more excited, makes me think the next pay-per-view I'm going to get, depending on where they go. And I think it brings WWE, if they keep doing this, it's going to definitely force WWE to change, because WWE is still kind of in a way, I don't want to say child, they're not PG, they're a little above that, but they still aren't quite there. And a lot of people for years now have been asking WWE to be a little more edgy, to bring back a little bit of the Attitude Era, not to go full attitude. You can't do that now. You can't do what they did in the Attitude Era, but bring a little bit of that over, because right now you're kind of in that, there's some great storylines where Roman Reigns, he's, it's been a long storyline with him, but there's some great feuding there with the bloodline and that feud. But I think people want to see more of an adult aspect. Okay. So we'll see. But anyways, guys, I thought I'd throw this video up. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If put some comments down. I'll definitely respond to them. Hit the like. Great. Thanks. Again, I think I'm up to 21 subscribers. Yay. YouTube still ain't paying me, so gotta work for the state and barely make it. I'm so middle class. It is terrible. We need whatever president we get next. Can you just give me a raise? That's all I'm asking. All right. That's all I got for today, guys. Giants this weekend. Come on. Please. Please beat the Eagles. Houdini. We're going to beat you, I hope. I don't know. Barkley, just don't run on us, man. Please don't run on us. All right, y'all. Peace.